I would say that the APTA, in my opinion, and the vibe that I'm getting from other practice owners, is not doing a good job at representing the PT private practice profession the way that we want to be represented. Now, I say that with a big asterisk saying, I don't know for sure that this is happening. This is just the vibe that's out there. And I can promise you, and they can argue and say, no, we're doing everything we can do and we're doing a great job, and at the conferences stand up and give their positive speeches about how great the profession is. But if you go on any Instagram page of student physical therapists, or there's a handful of really big Instagram pages, and they post weekly about things having to do with the profession. And if you read the comments, which I get sucked into these things, you'll see I can't believe how many people are saying, I tell everyone I can think of that is a student to become a PA or become a or something else where you can go to the same amount of school and get paid more coming out of the gates. So I do think that there's a issue there that as a profession we need to go, because that didn't exist 10 years ago. There wasn't those kind of discussions. So whether it's a poor job of communication on the APTA's part to relate to the layperson, physical therapist, student, practice owner, or whether they're just focusing their time and energy on something else. So I had a patient of mine that I was talking to the other day who was a lobbyist for the nursing industry before she retired. And
Yep.
she was telling
Yep.
me how they did tremendous things for the nursing industry. And I didn't have time to get into it with her, but I am taking her out to lunch next week because I was like, hey, I know this is in the middle of your PT session and this might be a weird request, but can I take you out to lunch next week and learn more about what you did with nursing? And she's like, yeah, oh, yeah, sure. So, she was telling me how over the course of 8 or 10 years, they fought a lot of battles and won. And if you look at the nursing pay over the last 10 years, it has gone up tremendously. I know lots of nurses right now, and I think that are making great money. There might be something there to learn. So we're going to take her out to lunch and ask her. That was my talking about this topic from the standpoint of a general feeling as a BMPT and representative of a lot of what I think practice owners feel. On the other side of things, I'm not destroyed by this news because I do feel like there's a lot of things that we can do as a profession and tighten up and improve our systems. And, we've already talked about this at length with a lot of things, but if you know the numbers and you know how they're affected when you pull a lever, there is levers that you can pull and we can pull from, big time to move profits up and things like that. We hope well we could pull those levers and get better reimbursement for a visit and become very profitable. But I think there's two fights going on. I honestly do think there's two fights going on. I think part of the industry has to really lobby for things that are not conducive for our industry, such as lowering reimbursement rates. Then the tricky thing is lower reimbursement rates while we're tied to a model where we have to spend a certain set amount of time with a patient or else we can't bill for that time, at the same time as our expenses and costs are going up and inflationary times and things like that. There are, the fact that the CMS fee schedule doesn't have a part of the formula that takes into consideration inflation is wild to me. They're raising social security payouts every year with inflation going up. They're raising, every single government worker is getting a cost of living increase to their pay based on inflation. Why is the CMS fee schedule not have that as well? So there's a few significant things that I think our lobby should be doing, that which other lobbies of other organizations do very well. And I
Yeah.
can't say for sure that our lobby's not trying, but I can say that they're not succeeding. So at the same time, I think we got two battles. We got one there, and then we got one with of educating practice owners to run a better business, to cut out things that we do that are devaluing our profession and things like that.
If you'd like to learn more about Strata PT and see how our EMR and RCM works, head over to stratapt.com to book a demo.